The perfect backyard looks incredible in photos. Beautiful lawn, lush planting, a pergola, outdoor kitchen, fire pit, vegetable garden, privacy, maybe a water feature. And somehow, all of it looks effortless. But that is where the trap begins. Because the more features, expectations, and maintenance you add to a yard, the easier it is to create a space that looks impressive but works badly for your actual life. So today I want to talk about 7 ways the idea of the perfect backyard can actually work against you, and what I think you should aim for instead. Trap number 1. You design for the photo. A photograph only has to work from one angle. Your backyard has to work every day. That beautiful inspiration image does not show where the garbage cans live. It does not show the hose. It does not show where the mower gets through. It does not show the dog running across the lawn, the kids leaving things outside, or where all those cushions go when it rains. And it definitely does not show what the garden looks like in February. That does not mean you should ignore beautiful inspiration. Use it. Just remember that you are looking at a finished image, not a complete operating system. The better question is, how do I want this yard to function when nobody is taking a picture of it? Start there. Then make those functions beautiful. If you're new here, I'm Nick. I studied horticulture and landscape design, and on Garden Guru, I help homeowners make practical yard changes that create a visible difference. Trap number 2. Every good idea becomes another job. A vegetable garden sounds great. So does a pond, a perennial border, a perfect lawn, an outdoor kitchen, seasonal containers, a fire pit. Individually, any one of those could be a fantastic addition, but every feature you add to a backyard also adds a job. The lawn needs mowing, the vegetables need harvesting, the containers need watering, the pond needs cleaning, the perennials need cutting back, the grill needs maintenance. And eventually, you may realize that the dream backyard has quietly become your second job. So before adding something, ask one question. Do I actually want to maintain this, or do I only want to own the finished result? Those are very different things. A better yard is often built around the 2 or 3 outdoor activities you genuinely care about, not every feature you could possibly fit. Trap number 3. You fill every empty space. Empty space makes some homeowners nervous. There is an open corner, so something should go there. A bare fence needs planting. The lawn looks too simple, so another bed gets added. There is room for a pergola, so maybe we need a pergola. Eventually, every part of the yard is doing something. And that can make the whole space feel smaller, busier, and harder to maintain. Open space is not unfinished space. It gives the eye somewhere to rest. It gives people room to move. And it makes the parts you did design feel more important. A great backyard does not need an attraction in every corner. Sometimes the most intentional thing you can add is nothing. Trap 4. You build for imaginary entertaining. This one is easy to fall into. You start planning the backyard and imagine. Big dinners, birthday parties, neighbors around the fire pit, everyone gathered around an outdoor kitchen. So you build for 12 people. But most evenings, there are 2 of you outside, maybe 4. And now half the backyard is devoted to a huge dining table, oversized patio, or entertaining area that rarely gets used. I think a better rule is design for Tuesday evening before you design for Thanksgiving weekend. Create the space you will use constantly. Maybe that is 2 comfortable chairs in the shade. Maybe it is a small table for coffee. Maybe it is enough open lawn for the kids. You can usually make a good everyday space flex for occasional guests. It is much harder to make an oversized entertaining space feel intimate the other 350 days of the year. On to trap number 5. You copy someone else's climate. This is where beautiful inspiration can become expensive very quickly. You fall in love with a lush English cottage garden, or a tropical backyard, or a dry modern landscape, or a woodland garden. And then you try to reproduce the exact plants and look on a property with completely different sun, rainfall, soil, summer heat, winter temperatures, and water availability. Now, the garden only works if you constantly fight the conditions you actually have. More irrigation, more replacement plants, more soil amendments, more intervention. Instead of copying the exact garden, copy the idea. If you love cottage gardens, maybe what you really love is layering, abundance, softness, and repetition. You can create those qualities with plants suited to your own conditions. If you want help thinking about your yard this way, I have a free guide called 5 Yard Design Moves that fix almost any outdoor space, linked in the description. Borrow the feeling, adapt the ingredients. Trap number 6. You build everything at once. You buy a house. You look at the backyard and immediately think, we need to fix this. So you start making permanent decisions. Patio here, privacy hedge there, fire pit in the corner, new tree, new planting beds, maybe a shed, but you have only lived there for 3 weeks. You do not yet know where the afternoon shade actually falls in August. You do not know which neighbor view will bother you. You do not know where water collects in winter. You do not know where people naturally walk. And you may not know which existing plants are going to become valuable once you understand what they are. Sometimes, the most expensive landscaping mistake is solving a problem before you understand the yard. So test things. Put 2 chairs somewhere before building a patio there. Use containers before committing to a permanent planting. Watch the sun. Watch the drainage. Live with the space long enough to learn what it is actually asking for. You can always move faster later. It is much harder to undo an expensive decision. And finally, trap number 7 for the perfect backyard mindset. You create a yard you have to serve. This is the biggest trap, in my opinion. You finally build the backyard you dreamed about. But Saturday morning is now maintenance. Before vacation, you worry about irrigation. Every season creates another task list. When the flowers fade, you feel behind. When the lawn struggles, you feel like you've failed. When you are too busy to maintain everything, the yard stops feeling relaxing and starts producing guilt. At some point, the relationship has reversed. The backyard was supposed to improve your life. Now, your life revolves around keeping the backyard perfect. That is the part I think gets lost in a lot of outdoor inspiration. The best backyard is not necessarily the prettiest one. It is not the most expensive. It is not the one with the most features. And it definitely is not the one that looks best in a photograph. The best backyard is the one that gives you the most enjoyment for the amount of time, money, and attention you are actually willing to give it. Your backyard should serve your life. Your life should not serve your backyard. So, if you are planning a backyard, or staring at one right now thinking it needs more, do not start by asking, what should I add? Ask, how do I actually want to use this space? How much work do I realistically want? What already works? What can stay simple? And what would make everyday life outside better? Build that yard. It may not look like the perfect backyard you saved online. It may be better. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to grab one of my free garden guides off my website, and remember, always keep learning, keep growing, and keep getting your hands dirty. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to Garden Guru, and I'll see you in the next one.